There's a lot of discussion right now around AI and whether tools like Confluence are even needed anymore. And I get where that's coming from. Because AI solved a problem that a lot of teams struggled with for years. The blank page. You open a page, you don't know how to start writing. Now you just ask AI. You need a summary, a concept, or a first draft. It's done in seconds. So now something interesting is happening. Everyone writes, and everything starts to look the same. Before AI, the problem was simple. People didn't document enough. Now it's the opposite. There is more content than ever, but a lot of it feels interchangeable. You open a Confluence page and within a few seconds you think, yeah, I'm not going to read that. Not because the information isn't important, but because it doesn't feel like it was put together with care. We are entering a phase where content is cheap and attention is expensive. And that changes everything. One of the biggest productivity challenges I keep seeing is actually very simple. People can't find the information they need when they need it. So what happens? You have a meeting. Not sure how something works? Meeting. Looking for context? Meeting. Not because people want more meetings, but because they can't self-serve the information. And you can't self-serve if knowledge is buried in documents, spread across tools, sitting in inboxes, or are just in someone's head. And now, on top of that, there is more content being created faster than ever. AI-generated summaries, auto-transcribed meetings, copied and slightly reworded documentation. None of that is inherently bad, but it means not all content carries the same weight anymore. And people notice that almost immediately. So in a world where creating content is easy, curation becomes the real work. Some content is quick and disposable, and some content is important, the kind that should stand out, guide people and be easy to consume. That's where presentation starts to matter a lot more than it used to. That's exactly the space where optics comes in. At its core, optics helps you create structured, clear, well-designed pages in seconds, without needing design skills. But for me, it's less about making things look nice. It's about making intent visible. When you structure a page properly, when you guide someone through it, when it's consistent, readable, and on brand, you are signaling something. You are saying, this matters. This is worth your time. This was put together so you don't have to figure it out yourself. And that shows up in very practical ways. When you build overview pages that actually guide people, dashboards that are easy to scan, internal presentations that feel consistent, team pages and handbooks that people actually come back to, you are not just documenting things, you are shaping how people interact with knowledge. And being intentional about how important information is presented, especially in a world where so much content is generated automatically, is what separates noise from something people actually trust. Now, let me be clear about one thing. This isn't about turning your internal wiki into a design portfolio. These are internal pages. They are not going on a stage in front of customers. They don't need to win any design awards. And honestly, I will always believe that knowledge that exists, even if it's rough, is more valuable than knowledge that never gets written down because someone didn't know how to make it look right. That's actually why optics is built the way it is. Instead of giving you endless formatting freedom, which sounds great until you're 45 minutes deep adjusting spacing on a team page, optics works with structured, outcome-driven templates. Cards, panels, announcements, buttons. These decisions are already made for you. So you're not starting from scratch and you're not going down a design rabbit hole. You invest a little bit of time and you get something that looks professional, stays on brand, and is actually easy to read. And then you move on to the work that actually matters. That's the difference. Not more design freedom, but less friction, built for people who aren't designers and shouldn't have to think like one. So, if Cosmos is about giving knowledge a home, optics is about making sure that what lives there actually gets seen, understood, and used. Because productivity doesn't come from having more information. It comes from being able to trust it, navigate it, and act on it. And that's something I think will only become more important in the years ahead. Credit where credit is due. The part about self-serving information in this video was inspired by Andrew Boyagi from Atlassian. I'm looking forward to meet you at Team 26. And for the rest of you guys, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and take care.